Number 2.
Welcome back.
Hi, welcome. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports here on Vegas Video Network. It's our second show.
Number 2, Dos Equis or whatever.
Dos shows.
Those shows. Yeah, exactly.
You know.
All right. So you are, congratulations. You're watching or listening to the only sports podcast in Las Vegas that's run by women, hosted by women, probably anywhere in the country. We have to kind of do a little bit more research and find
Kind of pretty
out.
women too. I mean.
But so we're your host, and we're going to kind of give you and entertain you with a whole lot of sports knowledge.
Yes.
Mostly we're just going to talk about sports.
Yes.
And kind of like a 2-point conversion. We're just going to kind of go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and see how it goes. How's that?
Hey.
Yeah.
Way to use the terminology that we
I know.
try to use around here.
2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So also just our little caveat, let it be known, we are not statisticians. We're not stat geeks. We don't sit here. Unfortunately, behind our screens that you can't see are not full of stats of everything. So, except for maybe like the Lakers being 3-18.
Oh,
but that's
we got a stat.
We got a stat
geek. I love it. Oh no.
And you can catch us live here on VegasVideoNetwork.com/live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Because we are in lovely Las Vegas. Yes. And I am Jamie Collier, one of your hosts and the founder of GirlChatSports.com, which is the only sports website by women and for women that we can find anywhere in the world. So tune in there. I am a Michigan college football and aficionado. Can I say that? Aficionado? Yes.
Sure. Who lacks memorabilia or paraphernalia.
Exactly. I have one who has a loyal t-shirt, and that's
Obviously, we've heard a lot of comments about how I kind of took over the stage here, but it's not my fault. I tried to give you ample room.
You cannot judge a fan by how many t-shirts they have.
Or non-hats.
Or non-hats.
No
yeah, so I don't have any NFL loyalties at the moment. My NFL loyalties can be bought, so give me a call.
Maybe some more wine.
Yeah, a little bit more wine, depending on what state I live in at the moment. That's where my NFL loyalties lie. Tell us about you.
Oh, well, I'm Melissa. I'm a Seattle native, raised Husky alumni. 2000, I'll leave the rest of that alone.
Just a couple years ago.
I just recently graduated and moved to Las Vegas.
Exactly.
I'm a huge Seahawks fan. Was raised on the Seahawks, the Sonics, and the Mariners. Sitting center field behind Ken Griffey Jr. was always a great
view.
Joy as a kid. Yes. And nice. I'm an avid Michael Jordan fan and Chicago Bulls, hence my dislike for certain other players that are currently retiring this year.
Oh, I like how you recapped all that and threw in 2 Lakers and a Kobe. Like in the introduction. I love it. That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. So today we're going to talk about some college football a little bit because we're wrapping up, but we have bowl games coming up. We've got the CBS National Championship, which is a big deal.
Yes.
And then we're gonna briefly cover some college basketball, a little tiny bit.
Tiny. You know, we're trying to both get into the basketball college hoops. So
we're dipping our little toes into more college basketball
as time goes on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about NFL because Melissa loves
to
NFL.
cover an NFL.
Yeah. There's a couple exciting. I even watched several NFL games, not in their entirety, but I watched quite a bit of the Packers and Lions game.
The green.
Yeah,
there you go.
Green for Michigan State and also for...
Were you hanging out with a Packers fan who bought your loyalty for the day?
Packers, my loyalties can be bought. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to take on Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend. That girl, Olivia Munn, she looks tough. So.
And don't forget, we've got new arms of the NFL.
Oh, that's my favorite. Ooh, that's my favorite part. I'll drink to that for sure.
Cheers.
Welcome to Wednesday, right? Let's dive right in. Mm-hmm. So usually on the show, we have a Thursday night matchup.
Do we have
I'm pretty sure you've picked Bowling Green about 17 times. Let me look at my notes here. We don't have a Thursday night matchup. We have a Saturday matchup, actually, on the 12th. And I think I know who you're going to pick on this one because I know some of your family history. No. So there's only one and only game.
Okay.
I've got Army versus number 21 Navy.
Oh. I don't have an Army or Navy in my family.
I didn't mean to stump you.
I'm going to go with Navy.
Oh.
Yeah. There's
I
no
somehow
Marines
thought that you were
team.
Yeah. I was like Marines, Navy. They all kind of started at the same place. No.
I'll say Navy though.
Okay, go with Navy. Okay. All right. And then we've got a Thursday night game. So I'm going to start making you pick the Thursday night NFL game.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a Thursday night matchup. Yeah. So for Thursday, we've got Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, and you know, we actually just beat the Vikings last weekend. I know.
By we mean,
and I would hopefully, by me, I mean Seahawks.
You and
my
the Seahawks,
team.
all of them.
I made them win pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Vikings because Arizona needs to lose.
I love how kind you are when you say that. You need to lose.
Hey, I'll get to the NFC and the AFC and the divisional standings right now, but yes, they need to lose.
They just need to lose. All right, so obviously this last weekend was a big week in some of the championships. We had the Big Ten championship, SEC champion, all the championship games.
Correct.
In college football. Alabama beat Florida. I didn't really, no surprise there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They did lose to Ole Miss early on in the season, but as Nick Saban is notorious for doing, kind of came back. And however, I'm going to sidetrack on Alabama for a second because what I'm reading on ESPN is they're saying they're not the biggest contender in the national championship playoffs. There's 4 teams. So we've got Clemson, Alabama, we've got Michigan State, and Oklahoma. So they're not the biggest contender because of their strength of their schedule. So everyone's saying, it's kind of like the Ohio State thing where I was like, they're overrated.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they don't even have Heisman Trophy contenders right now. We'll get to that in a minute.
I was a little surprised by that, but
Ohio, my apathy toward Ohio State. So,
but you are still going to be rooting for Michigan State.
I am. I'm wearing my green for Michigan State.
Please take note right now. Take a picture, screenshot this because you might not see her in green next year.
Now listen, when Michigan State and Michigan play each other, then of course I have to go for Michigan. But if little brother is representing the great state of Michigan, here's my Michigan hand right there. This is where I'm from right there.
See, I'm like Washington.
That's not no. You can't. No, only people from Michigan can do the hand thing, or maybe Florida. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wouldn't it be more like this?
I don't know. Okay. If your state is represented by a hand, you are cool.
Not like the middle finger.
Not that. No, I don't think any. Ohio. Anyway, moving right along. So yeah, we've got the national championship. The playoff game starts on December 20 something. It's December 22nd, I think, or 21st.
22nd, I believe.
There's Michigan State is playing. I've got this written down somewhere. I don't remember. Michigan State. I don't know.
Well, I know this. That I'm
Alabama.
December 22nd. It's the world famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Okay, let's stop for that for a second because I'm reading through some bowl games, right? One of our notes that we put together was, let's talk about the bowl games being announced on Sunday, right?
Yes.
There's a bazillion of them. So, even Toledo made a bowl game. Go Toledo Rockets, go. I'm still your biggest fan. She's not. I am. Pay attention.
And I had that down because I was like, wow, Toledo, they're actually going to be in the Marmot Boca Raton Bowl.
There's some really random bowls. I'm going to tell you what bowl I would want to be in.
Don't tell me it's the one that I want to be in.
No, there's 2 bowls actually that I would want to be in.
And those?
One is the Popeye Bahama Bowl.
Oh, you took it away from me.
Popeye Bahama Bowl is Middle Tennessee, and Western Michigan.
In Nassau, Bahama.
It's Christmas Eve.
Hi, I'll go. And I think I'm going to plan that trip next year.
Okay.
We can just record. Or
we need to go to the Popeyes Bahama Bowl on Christmas Eve.
While eating great chicken.
Yeah.
Popeyes.
Oh, it's that Popeyes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, you think it was like the Popeye, the spinach Popeye?
Who sponsors these bowl games?
And
how do you get a sponsorship? You're like, hey, I've got Yellowtail wine, which is my favorite wine, by the way. I'm drinking my Yellowtail.
Well, there's actually the Advocare V100 Bowl, which is LSU and Texas Tech. So it's a pretty.
I thought Michigan was going to get LSU. We got the Buffalo Wild. We meaning Michigan, University of Michigan has the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl in Orlando, and we're playing Florida.
Right.
So
and
just be watching the retape for that game.
The Huskies did make a bowl game this year. Aww. They're in the Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl.
Okay, all this talk about fried chicken is making me really hungry.
And they're versus Southern Miss, who I know I've picked before in a Thursday game. But the Huskies are 6-6 and make it to a bowl game.
There are a lot of bowl games.
Yeah, there's the one here in Las Vegas.
Yep, on the 19th.
And it changes names every year because I swear it used to be the Mako Bowl. And then this year it's the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl, a.k.a. Missionary Bowl.
Missionary Bowl?
It's BYU in Utah. I mean,
But you could drink at that stadium.
I didn't think not the position,
the BYU fans
but
drink?
The actual mission.
Okay. Like the Missionary Bowl. That's a new one.
That could not be appropriate for BYU in Utah.
I'm going to go to the BYU game, and I'm going to drink a lot.
The other one I liked was the Miami Beach Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if they play in the sand. No?
I don't think they play in the sand.
But who sponsors that? Miami Beach? The beach actually sponsored their bowl game?
Because I don't know.
You would think it would have some kind of
I like the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what
San Diego State and Cincinnati. So if you play for San Diego State, you're going to play UNLV.
Right.
Or is that San Jose State? I can't remember. I think San Diego State plays them as well. But you get to spend Christmas Eve in Hawaii
How bad is that?
for free. It doesn't matter who wins that game. No one's watching, and you're in Hawaii.
And I'm also thinking about, these guys, the teams themselves get these extravagant like gifts during these bowl games. And I'm like, if I was at the Russell Athletic Bowl, I wonder how much Russell Athletic gear I would get. On top of all the extra really cool stuff.
Do you get a lot of Popeyes chicken and Zaxby's?
That's what I'm wondering. Or like, Popeyes free for a year.
I'd be like, I'd like to go to the
Then I want the
Margarita
Chick-fil-A
Bowl.
Yes.
The Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Waffle
Pizza Hut Bowl.
fries for life.
It's coming soon.
God,
to a stadium
I
near
swear I
you.
want to camp out when they open one out here just so I can get that the free food for a year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. My favorite one is the famous Idaho Potato Bowl on December 22nd. So
Shout
that's going to be Akron and Utah State.
Akron.
Yeah.
Akron.
There's some really strange, not strange, I don't want to say that, but there's a lot of teams that I would not have expected in a bowl game. Obviously we've got the Rose Bowl and, my Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, hooray. There's a lot of teams that I didn't quite see that happening. So Rose Bowl is going to be Stanford and Iowa.
Right.
So Iowa lost to Michigan State last week. We got to talk about that. Graham McGreen for little brother here. Yep, for sure.
The thing that I was interested with was I wonder how many more bowl games happen every year. Like, has it always been like 40? Has there been like 30? Is there going to be 50?
I feel like there's a lot of bowl games this year.
Yeah, there's a ton. And one of my favorite ones, just because I like to say it, is the Tax Slayer Bowl.
I think you should be an announcer for the Tax
I
Slayer
know,
Bowl.
right? The Tax Slayer Bowl. Georgia and Penn State.
What memorabilia do you take away from that? I want to go to the Popeyes Chicken Bowl.
You get your free taxes done free for a year.
Hewlett Packard calls you and they're like, make an appointment in Walmart. You got
there
this.
You go.
Awesome.
And then with the Cactus Bowl, you just get free cactuses.
Cacti?
Cacti?
I don't know. My favorite of all the bowls, I said this already, but actually my second favorite is the one that Ohio State is playing in.
Which is?
I just have to shout it out there. It's called the Battle Frog Fiesta Bowl. What the heck?
They play leapfrog on the field.
Okay, Ohio State plays leapfrog anyway. That's called a regular game. But what?
Where does that come from?
I have no idea. I digress on our bowl. If you want to chat us up and let us know what your favorite bowl game is, or the name of your favorite bowl game, chat us up at VegasVideoNetwork.com/live. Chat with us and let us know what your favorite bowl game name is. I like Battle Frog. I almost said Battle Frog Galactica. What's it called?
Like, huh?
That one game where Notre Dame is going to beat Ohio State.
I'm just planning for the Bahamas next year.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's hope they just keep them to be the Bahama Bowl. I don't want it to be changed.
We don't care who's playing. We're going to go to the Popeyes Bahama Bowl.
Yeah.
No matter what, right?
That's all I want.
That's how I want to spend Christmas Eve next year.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So another news. That's what's going on there.
So a little tidbit of college news too. Mr. Sarkisian, who was let go of his position. Bark for Sark.
You should have wore your...
I almost brought it. I know, because he was probably barking up something. He's actually suing USC right now for wrongful termination.
I heard about that.
I know. How wrongful can you be
his
when
attorney says...
you're coming to work drunk? I don't know. Oops. But you're not coaching teams,
No.
Gosh, you're no role model. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not a role model. Wow, that escalated quickly. I'm going to just quit now while I'm still ahead. But his attorney said, so I was reading about this on ESPN, his attorney said that alcoholism is actually a disease that he should not have been.
True,
and
a
under
disease.
California law, that's discriminatory to be fired.
So that's wrongful termination.
Wrongful termination. He's seeking $30 million.
He won't have to coach any more terrible football for a while.
Is he going to coach anymore anyway? Coach any more terrible football?
Maybe he'll head up to Toledo and take on the Rockets.
There's bars in Toledo. He needs to get that. Listen.
Well, don't come to Vegas, Steve, okay? You don't want to be here.
Oh, man. No, we wish him all the best, and we just hope he gets the help that he needs. And I heard that he was petitioning his athletic trainer, whoever it was, on the team right after that. It was October 11th. I think that occurrence happened where he was stumbling words and all of that stuff at the benefit dinner. And then he was asking, like, give me some time to take off work and recover. And they're like, nope, fired him in an email the next day on October 12th.
That's terrible.
They were like, you're done. So he's seeking $30 million. That's an interesting...
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I do have to give a shout out, though. To my other Michigan team. I want to talk about Michigan. That's the only reason I was going
to say. Have we started? You brought a shirt.
I brought a shirt. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Yellowtail is the Australian Michigan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they are
Michigan
now.
Down Under. So I was going to talk about the Michigan State Iowa game, which I was watching on pins and needles. I'm going back and forth because I'm like, come on, nothing against the Iowa Hawkeyes. They played really great. Their defense was great, but Michigan State owned the third quarter. It was like 9.5 minutes left. They got the ball. Michigan State did, and they made the longest drive of any team, 22 plays, longest drive of any team in 2015. So they literally had the ball from like 9:30 in the fourth quarter left to the end. They just kept driving it right down the field. And at the very last second, I'm going to have to put this up on our Facebook wall. LJ Scott, who I wasn't even paying attention to all year, he does this reach and just puts that ball right there.
Right there?
Exactly. For a touchdown right at the last second.
Congratulations.
So Michigan State is playing Alabama. And
that's going to be kind of a crazy game.
In other news, in college basketball news, guess who's on top?
Who?
I'm not a Michigan State fan. I'm not converting to Michigan State. All of you Michigan State fans, let it be known. But if you are one of the Michigan teams and you are in the news, I will talk about you. The end.
Oh, okay. And bam, just like that.
I just had to throw that out there. It was a nail biter because they were just slowly making it way down. A lot of third down conversions, and it was great. It was great football. So, guess who is not a Heisman Trophy contender? Ezekiel Elliott.
I couldn't believe it.
Right?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, when that was announced, Monday, Tuesday? I'm like, wait, what?
I'm like, these are the top three. I mean, they're good players, great players.
2 running backs and a quarterback.
And I'm like, this is the last. I'm like, is it there like another round that they're picking from? They're going to have
always 3?
I thought there was more.
I thought there was like 4 or 5. Anyway, this year there's 3. We got Alabama running back Derrick Henry, he was phenomenal.
Our first college NFL or college arms of the future NFL.
Arms of the future NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, he has good arms.
Oh, I can't wait till that segment. That makes me so happy.
I know.
Stanford's running back, which is Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to miss. We're terrible with names here, but we love you.
It's okay.
And then we've got the Clemson quarterback who's been doing exciting things, Deshaun Watson. Yeah. So obviously 2 of those we get to see it play again here in the bowl games. But I believe the trophy ceremony is on Saturday. So congrats to all those guys.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was surprised to also not see Leonard Fournette with LSU.
He
started the season really strong. I mean, it was like beast mode, mini beast mode.
And then you just start losing games, and then all of a sudden you're done.
Yeah.
And then you're a wrap. And then you show up in the 6th round of the NFL draft, and the Seahawks pick you, and you do awesome. So
I love the way that story has a happy ending.
My prediction for 2017. That's all. Isn't he a junior, right? So I think maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So Heisman Trophy will be announced. Always a fun time. Yeah. 2 Heisman Trophy winners, Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, right? Both won the Heisman, and now they are in the NFL.
And one ran for like 89 yards for a touchdown this weekend.
Yay. I always like to see the college players do really well. So I always watch the draft and drink a lot of beer.
Now that I'm starting to watch a little college football, now I can actually do that in the future. Because before I never really watched it, so I just would know them as NFL
Listen,
players.
If I can turn you into a college football fan, I can turn anybody into a college football fan. It's true. True story.
I hear a dare.
Challenge accepted. Oh my goodness.
Well, so we're not. Yeah, I'm not doing much. I mean, I haven't started really watching college hoops, but there were a couple big games last Thursday that were incredible. One being that UCLA. They actually took down Kentucky. Here's the deal. I haven't watched a lot of college basketball, but I do know that Kentucky, Kansas, they usually are always like in the Final Four.
Duke.
And Kentucky, I can't do. I've never been a Kentucky
North Carolina.
fan. I do love North Carolina.
Oh.
Jordan is
Are you going to pick a college basketball team?
Yeah, the Tar Heels. Well, the Huskies is my team.
Well, yeah. I know.
Unfortunately, they haven't made it to the Final Four. They went to Sweet 16 one year.
1984?
No.
Were you born?
No. Yeah, I was born in 84.
I meant, were you born when they went? Never mind. I digress.
No.
My March Madness brackets is always like Michigan State. Let's just put them both together.
And how often do you win?
Listen, Michigan went to the... Okay. Don't get me started on my March Madness that I...
So UCLA beat Kentucky and completely, it was amazing. I was surprised.
We love our upsets.
And plus, they're a Pac-12 team. So I do have some, I do root for other Pac-12 basketball teams. Just
basketball teams. Okay,
of course. And then UNLV beat Oregon, which...
Go UNLV.
I'm happy for that.
Good
job, UNLV. And Oregon was like 15, so...
Now they're 24. And guess who's on top? Oh, wait, I already said that. Never mind.
Tell them one more time
Michigan
for those
State,
that are listening.
Yeah, there we go. Well, let's move on to your NFL. There's a lot going on in NFL.
So here's the deal.
December's a busy month for
We
everything.
discussed that Thursday was Ugly Uniform Day.
Mm-hmm.
However, apparently they heard me last week because there was no ugly uniforms.
They
on
watched
Thursday.
the show.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Packers and the Lions played. There was nothing extremely upsetting visually for my eyes regarding their outfits.
You didn't have to
and
put like
their
sunglasses
uniforms.
on and
No,
take a shot
I
of
did
whiskey
not.
before you could watch football.
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't have to not watch it and listen to the volume only. So they actually played a. Here's the deal. I missed the first half. All I got were these texts from my friends. They were like, wow, Aaron Rodgers really sucks. I mean, the Packers are doing pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, because they're down by like 20.
Yeah.
Second half
Packers
comes
fans
and
left
they
the
have
stadium.
20 unanswered points and actually beat the Lions with, I think it was like 3
Face mask.
There was a face mask call on Aaron Rodgers. So that gave them an extra pass, an extra down.
Talk about that.
Right. Aaron Rodgers passed to, I think it's Ricky, I don't know. R. Rodgers.
Okay.
That's how I know him because he's in my fantasy, so I always know R. Rodgers. Fantasy football, not actual fantasy.
No relation to the actual Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, no relation to the actual Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? You never know these days.
I'm still trying to get all the Mannings together on one team. Okay, come on. Can we make that happen?
Man.
Can we, can they not be quarter? Anyway.
One day when I'll retire shortly.
Manning Jr. There's some Manning Juniors coming up in the ranks. All right.
Yeah, so there was a face mask, which is still being debated upon as if it was a real face mask call or not. It was for the point of this discussion, and they actually beat the Lions via field goal with it was like 3-4 seconds left.
Didn't he throw a Hail Mary pass? Was that this week?
Oh no, it was touchdown. I'm sorry, it was Hail Mary. Yeah,
Hail Mary. I mean, I was watching that play a couple of times, and I'm like,
up.
what?
There's like
Green Bay
6
did
people
what?
all down there. Yeah.
So, yeah, he was like, well, the time is done. I mean, I'm looking at it, and the clock is on
Might as
zero,
well
and Aaron
try.
Rodgers kind of does a little, I don't know. Okay, forget it. I'm throwing it away. And
There it goes.
straight down the field. So,
Those are lucky things. I called it the karma because, the Seattle kind of did that against them, and then they did it.
you know what other Hail Mary I really like?
Ooh.
When Kirk Cousins threw a Hail Mary against Russell Wilson in the Michigan State-Wisconsin game.
I'm like,
in 2011. You're welcome.
Oh, right.
I know a thing or two.
But
I actually had to go back and look at that. I had to actually watch that replay of that Hail Mary again.
Really?
Yeah. I remember where I was sitting and who I was sitting with.
Well, and again, back to the Seahawks, because why not talk about them some more? They beat the Vikings in a huge game for us. We literally shut down Adrian Peterson. I mean, Adrian
Isn't he
Peterson.
on your fantasy league?
Yeah, which sucks. But whenever
Okay.
your real team can successfully outdo your fantasy team,
probably a good thing.
it's okay.
It's okay.
I'll take it for that time. But Adrian Peterson literally had 8 carries for 18 total yards. That's like from here to like the front. That's the amount.
That's about as many yards as I can jog.
That's all he did for the entire game.
That's not
Go
good.
cardio.
I can jog to my fridge and get the wine and come back. There you go. You're welcome.
You could do like that race. The guy that was jogging with beer, the race. You could do jog with wine. It could be like a new race.
Yeah, but mine wouldn't be like a 4-minute, 37-second.
No, it'd be like
mile.
a 40-minute
yeah,
mile-ish or something.
quarter
Yeah.
mile.
So
Okay.
Seahawks did really well. Not only did our defense obviously do exceptional, but our offensive line actually worked.
Showed up.
It showed up.
Okay.
We made openings for our new running back, Thomas Rawls, because Lynch is still out, and he did amazing. We look like the old Super Bowl champs of yesteryear.
Well, I know you guys are not a fourth quarter team, but way to show up in the fourth quarter of the season.
Well, seriously,
I just
because
wanted to throw that out
it's
there.
time to put it. It's time
to
put
actually.
it in work. Time to put it in work because
Are they still a wild card contender?
We are currently the 6th position, the wild card. So hopefully we can hang on to that. Hopefully we can move a couple more up as long as Arizona keeps losing and we can keep winning.
Okay, got it. I missed that Arizona reference. I was so excited about my college football and jumping into that.
Well, it's funny because when you talk about divisions, I mean, Panthers 12-0. They've already clinched.
Wait. Who's going to lose first? The Panthers?
Or the Warriors.
All right.
23-0.
Crazy.
Okay.
I'm going to become a Warriors fan. Wait, I was
don't
a Warriors
even know.
fan last year.
I
Very
actually bought a
last
Warriors t-shirt. Only because I
You
love...
you can't buy the Toledo Rockets t-shirt?
No, I can't. Because Toledo Rockets doesn't have Riley Curry, okay? I like Riley Curry. I love the Curry family. I heart the Curry family. That's like
I just like curry the food.
That's like the new,
There you go. It's delicious.
grand family. That I think is awesome. Shout out to Aisha Curry.
To the Kennedys of NBA, that would be the Curry family. No? Too soon? Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I didn't mean to digress on your,
it's okay.
your NFL.
The Panthers actually clinched the division, clinched home field advantage. Basically, don't have to play for the first week. They get to play the second week.
Awesome.
But what's funny is that you go into this little division called the NFC East. Mm-hmm. There's a 3-way tie for first between the Redskins, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. And their records are all 5-7. The tie for first place are between 3 teams that have under 500.
Okay, but can we at least give like the Eagles like a 2-game advantage, like a 2-game handicap for beating the Pats?
No.
Oh.
You can't, and that is.
How about
I'm sorry, it wasn't the Cowboys. The Cowboys really are. They're the bottom of it. It's the Redskins, Eagles, and Giants. I am sorry, but they're all 5-7, and they're one of them will clinch the play. Will be able to go to the playoffs, most likely at 500 or less.
So if you're an NFL team with not a great record, you want to be.
You want to be in the NFC East.
You want to be in the NFC East with other teams.
Exactly.
Oh.
I know. It's pretty.
Okay.
Unlike my fantasy football league, my men's league, where we have an NFC and an AFC divisions. Mm-hmm. The NFC, I think, is what I'm in. I'm 8-5, and I'm like second to last.
Oh.
Whereas the AFC side, at 8-5, I could have clinched the playoffs by now. So instead, I get to play a wild card game this weekend in fantasy, and then depending on like 2 other wins or losses, I can make the playoffs at 8-5. Do you? 8-5. That's a great.
Who are you yelling at?
I'm yelling at everybody out there.
I didn't do it. I'm not on your team. Don't yell at me. I'm gonna drink.
I'm just
gracious.
Yeah. 8-5. I mean, at the ladies' league, I mean, I think we're in the playoffs. We'll be in the playoffs again, and I think I'm like 7-5, and I'm still in the playoff. But 8-5, and I got to fight for a wild card position. That's what it must feel like for the Seahawks. They're going to be fighting for a wild card position with I'm sure they'll be 10-6 by that time. Who knows? And to fight for wild card position.
Look, we're still rooting on them in the last, whatever. Speaking of NFL people that we love,
is it time?
It is time. I think it's time for my favorite segment.
For little
raise your glass to
arms of the NFL.
Not these arms.
Ow! Bring it on. Well, our first.
Tell me who you got. My favorites.
Well, let's see. I have one of my arms for this week, Daniel Adungo.
Is that how you say it? Oh,
yes.
Hello.
Plays for the Colts. I actually saw some pictures of him too, and he also used to be a rugby player. He's got major arms.
So he's like a dual athlete. He's like the Russell Wilson.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Thanks.
What's up?
Next, I also have Jonathan Stewart from running back for the Panthers.
Ooh.
His arms are...
Look at his face in this. He's got this.
He's a monster.
I'm going to stay out of his way. Okay.
Yellow. Next, we have Jason Brinkley from the Giants.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Well, he used to play for the Vikings. Just started playing for the Giants in 2015.
Yeah.
So the picture we have on file is him with the Vikings.
Those aren't. It doesn't matter what uniform you're in. It's the arms
that matter. Uniform.
Hello. And a little TBT throwback.
TBT. Mm-hmm. Who's TBT?
Mr. Dan Marino.
Ooh. Ow. Ow.
I know.
You know I'm going to make an Ace Ventura reference here.
You have to. You have to.
Listen, I don't know if I was even a football fan when Ace Ventura came out, but I will say that I knew who Dan Marino was.
I was an Ace Ventura fan. Huge.
I wasn't really a Dolphins fan by any means. NFL.
And just one little snippet. Those were our arms of NFL. Please vote and check us out and see them some more. I have a slight little don't be that chick that I needed to share.
Awesome.
So we were hanging out last Wednesday for our little viewing party.
I know, that was really
My
fun.
Girlfriend was there, Amika. Hi, Amika. Don't want to shout, we were talking. She's learning. She uses our show to learn some terminology.
That is what we're here for.
And we were talking about special teams. And she thought we meant like the special bus.
Like the Special Olympics?
Like Special Olympics. And I said, no, wrong special. So
okay.
Don't be that chick. Special teams is not the Special Olympics or the special bus. It is part of your defense. It's part of your defense protect.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I got to give a quick shout out to some girls at the Pedro Menendez High School soccer team in St. Augustine, Florida. So these girls they're 6-0 in their last games. And they're trying to get the St. Augustine paper to feature them, and it's only featuring, football and basketball. So they're petitioning their local paper to cover some more girls' sports. So I'm going to give a shout out to the Pedro Menendez High School girls soccer team in St. Augustine, Florida.
Yay.
You're welcome. They're doing their hardest, so they're doing a great job, and we're very proud of our young female athletes that we're here to support.
And as usual, this is our time to say goodbye farewell. And
find us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
Yes.
Also, watch us next week at vegasvideonetwork.com/live. Chat with us at 6 p.m. next week.
iTunes, Roku, YouTube, Stitcher, Chromecast, Apple, Google TV.
And if we forgot anything, we'll let you know.
And we may not have balls, but
we know
how to cover them.
We know how to cover them. Thank you for watching.
See you next week.